And we are back in the studio, New York City. The allergies are allergying. So if you hear me sound like I didn't just wake up, it's just a little congestion. The Claritin and the Flonase is all in there. And we're going to work on getting me some honey that was grown on a rooftop in Manhattan.
Yeah, you need to be eating local honey, according to the holistic folks.
Okay, local honey, and so, but it's good to be back in the studio with you guys.
Hi, Periel.
Hi, Leo. Hi, Modi. What does local honey do?
I don't know, some woo-woo stuff of like the way the bees use the local flowers. And then when you eat it, it helps your body process the pollen better.
Oh.
Probably it's more of a mental thing.
No, I think it's a real thing. I don't know. I believe it.
If you believe it, it works. If you believe something works, it will work.
It makes sense, though, that your body would develop some kind of immunity if you're...
Yeah, it's like an immune response or something.
Look at me. I'm almost a doctor.
Wow.
Everyone's a doctor. Everybody on a podcast.
Periel.
Everyone on a podcast is a doctor now.
As long as you have a microphone in front of you like this, you can say whatever you want.
No, the microphone's in your face. It's really not a microphone. They're all in their kitchen, these Gen Z kids. And hey, do you have chest palpitations and your arms numb and your eyes a little, all you need is a little turmeric, lemon, and I think you need 911 is what you really need. But they all have their camera here with letters and paragraphs written all over the little thing. And they are now the new WebMD.
Go to the doctor. If you don't feel well, go see a real life doctor. Yes?
I went to go see
that?
What?
Do people still do that? You just went to a doctor.
I just went to a doctor. I had a birthday.
Wow.
On April 29. On April 30th, I went to go see a cardiologist.
You gotta keep them ticking.
You gotta keep this ticking. We gotta keep this going. And let me tell you something. You can keep going. You can keep going. Last night, we did an event, a private event for someone's 75th birthday party. And I'm going to let you just know the range of what was going on there. It was me, because the family loves me and the birthday person loves me and had me. And following me was Graham Nash.
Wow.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash. It was insane to watch him. He's 83. You'd never know he was 83. He went up there. They had it all set up like it was a...
He had 9 different guitars.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
Every song had a different guitar.
It was amazing. He sang about 12 songs. And I don't think he did the full songs, but enough of the song that everybody was in heaven.
Of course.
Everybody was in heaven because the birthday boy was 75 and he was 83. So obviously he was when he was growing up, that's who he listened to. But they set it up as if it was like we were at the Beacon. They had two guitar guys with him. They had 2 piano guys. Because back in those days, they didn't have a bass guy. They had a bass piano thing, and there was one guy that was running the show. He kept handing him his guitars in between songs. This is Graham Nash, 83 years old, is ticking, kicking, and killing. He killed it last night.
Now, I know nothing about music. Do we really need 9 guitars, or is that a little bit of...
I am going to tell you that I believe do you need 9 guitars to do a show like this? I don't know. I'm not a musician, but for the optics,
yeah.
Everybody in the room's thinking, oh my God, how much did he pay for this? There's 18 people up there.
Yeah,
there's the producer, there's the sound guy, they have this one machine that it's a special bass machine that you can tell it's from the 50s. I don't know what it's called. The only reason I know what it is because they had it on American Pickers. They found it once, and then they did a whole episode of what this machine is. It's a special machine with it rotates inside, and it was, I don't know. First of all, it gives you hope. There's a man 83 years old singing. It's not comedy, it's singing. You got to be on tune. You got to be in sync with the people you're up there with.
How big was the room? That's
It was a stunning rooftop on
Madison Square Park.
Madison Square Park.
Overlooking Madison Square Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And it was only about 150, 170 people.
That's incredible.
And he's doing a concert.
And you guys got like a private show.
We stayed and we listened, and it was great.
Not you sneaking in an opportunity to talk about American pickers.
Oh, I love
Nobody loves American.
Love American Pickers, but that's where I learned about that machine, and and to schlep that machine up there, and to schlep his own piano up there, and they set it up. It was like, wow, good for the birthday boy. Like, yeah, you got money. This is what I want to see. I want to see it full. Not like I want to see him do 3 songs,
Right.
It was a full band.
You went long too, by the way.
Leo gave me the light last night.
Yeah, I was giving you the light. I was like, get off the stage. You were slaying, but I was like, it's like Graham Nash is sitting here, 83 years old, like waiting to go on. It's like 10 o'clock at night.
I didn't.
They asked for 30 to 40 minutes. You did like 50 minutes.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I did
you
40
did.
minutes. I did
No,
exactly
you did
40
like-
minutes, but there were a few opportunities where I had such a big laugh. I could have just been like, peace
Yeah,
out, love you
didn't.
all. But I didn't. There were moments where I could have been like, thank you, but I knew I had one more. And the birthday boy was having a blast. There were people there who were like losing their like laughing stuff, and I was doing some of the new material I'm doing. And so where am I going to get off the stage? But I didn't schlep out.
Yeah.
But then I just see Leo with the flashing the light. I'm like, oh wow. And I just thank you very much, and I got right off, and it was so much fun. And it's just to be, first of all, they gave us a room at the Edition Hotel,
That's nice.
which wasn't necessary, but we could just.
That was your green room.
We could have gone right to the event, but it was very nice. It was just, they were like sweet, and it was
You know what? There's
good.
something very chic about that, right?
I felt like we had like a little staycation yesterday. Like because we had a gig in the city, and that's so rare. Well, it's not that rare, but it's like, you don't often get a New York City gig like that.
Not with a hotel
Where
room.
just like a car picks you up from your apartment. In 15 minutes, you're at the gig. You don't have to get on an airplane. There's no TSA. We still had a hotel room, like
Yeah.
a suite. And then we like walked around Flatiron, which we don't normally do. And then we like kind of explored this beautiful venue that had like we were on like the 30th floor or something.
35th floor.
35th
something.
floor.
chic.
It
And
was
like, you got
so
to see
chic.
the city from like different angles.
Isn't that your favorite building?
And
too?
then, yeah, it was right next to, that clock tower building
Yeah.
that's like next to Madison Square Park. We were like looking up at the clock tower. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
It was really fun. And
I ordered room service.
we had room service, and it was one of those
you
things
didn't
where
stay at the. You didn't
No.
stay there, did you?
No, we could have though.
we could have, but like we got there, and the event planner had our key, so so we killed the mini bar because we didn't have to check in and give them. She said, "Enjoy the mini bar; it's got great stuff in it," and it was just fun. It was just a fun thing to do, and we had a great time. And it was great. It was a little piece of Mashiach energy for all the gigs that we went out to, like drove and stayed over, and hotels were. This was
Buffalo.
this is like. America is a God. Here's a gift for all the stuff that you did that wasn't like worth it, and that was
not worth it. Just wasn't fun sometimes.
yes.
The travel is brutal.
The travel's brutal.
That sounds really fun.
The travel's
and happy
brutal.
birthday to the birthday boy.
Well,
and
thank
to you.
and to him and me. Yes,
To him
to
and
both of us. Yes. April
What did you
29.
do for your birthday?
We had an amazing workout with our trainer.
Mm-hmm.
We had massages, and then I took my parents to my parents, Dina and Gav and Leo, to a restaurant in Midtown.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You are not an easy person to shop for a birthday gift for.
So here's the good thing: don't get me anything. How's that? We don't need
not
gifts.
a good thing.
We don't need gifts because we don't want to buy gifts.
It's not. First of all, it's not an act of aggression that
I
somebody
know.
gets you a gift and you have to get them something back. But like, you want to get something for the people. I do. I like giving gifts, and most of the people in my life, maybe it's a testament to like that they're interesting and they don't really need anything because they can buy everything for themselves. But you want to give something meaningful, right? And then you have to distill your interests down.
You are hard to shop for, and we don't really do gifts. You and me, like
No.
we don't like if we want.
You should
I
be
see
married to my
something-
husband because he also doesn't really do gifts.
It's annoying. If I see something I think Leo needs or Leo wants, or I would just pick it up and get it. And it doesn't have to be a birthday; it'll be just a Wednesday. And it's like, you know.
But I didn't get you a gift for your birthday.
No, but you made sure that there was a massage that day. You made sure there was a dinner.
a gift.
It's a gift. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Your gift is going to be here late, but I'm just saying,
Don't
it's like,
need.
what is Modi interested in? Like that's.
I'll tell you what Leo's interested in. If you want to get us a gift, I love a candle, like a diptyque candle. Get the big one with 3
And the
wicks.
New York
I'll
scent.
burn the shit out of it.
I
The
thought,
New York
Use
scent.
it all up.
I thought about a candle. I actually thought about the Trudon candles, but then I was like, but you know, it's kind of like personal. Like you don't know what scent and this and that.
you get
Anyway, I distilled you down into like it's
a scent.
The scent is diptyque and it's called New York.
that's the one you
Diptyque
like?
has a scent called New York, and it is amazing.
Okay, I did.
What's the one we have in Connecticut? The apotheke?
We have a lot in
Those ones are
Connecticut.
good.
Those are great.
Okay.
Speaking of candles, we'll pop on this too. I don't know when this is airing, but it's already going to be probably a week or two out. Yesterday was the death anniversary of Reb Shaila. As you know, Dina's great-great-great-grandfather, and Reb Shaila, the grave in Hungary that we went to twice to get blessings, and things have changed crazy since then. And we lit a candle. We lit a Yortzeit candle for him, a little candle in the apartment that lights for 24 hours, and it was that energy, and it was just right when Israel's burning. So I was like, literally. It was my first chat GPT thing. I said, here's a picture of Reb Shaila and write that may his merits protect us on his death anniversary of 100 years and always. And chat GPT sent me this picture.
Wow.
And it took a
100
long
years
time.
Death anniversary?
Yeah,
Wow.
been
And
dead
also
for-
Israel's birthday.
It's 77. Yes, Israel's birthday, 70. Happy birthday to Israel.
Am Yisrael.
I'm Israel Chai, but we hopefully you guys got to keep it together over there in Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were making fun of me before this started that you saw me yesterday coming out of the cellar so excited about a guest. You said it was ridiculous.
Oh, so this past week, Sunday and Wednesday, I left Pause for Laughter comedy tour material that hour and started working on the next hour because it's just been building up these ideas I have that I'm writing down. And I just went to the Comedy Cellar where they take everyone's phone away.
Oh, they were losing it, by the way. Your audience was not happy.
Oh, that they do
They
that?
were like, what do you mean I need to give you my phone? They're all calling their babysitters upstairs. I don't know. They're making me put the phone in an envelope. I'm going to be downstairs for an hour.
Anyway, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was definitely a more gay flavored. It was gay flavored. And there were people in the audience that were like religious, but it wasn't filthy and it wasn't sexual. It was just gay. And it was,
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
We'll unpack that
We'll
in a
unpack
minute.
that in therapy later.
no, but filthy could be also straight.
100%.
But I'm just saying it wasn't, it was more, you know.
I got you.
And there was one guy that was there, this like flatbushy looking guy with the white shirt and, you know, no tie, and his wife, this attractive woman, young. Oh, they're both of them so cute and young, and like they thought it was going to be Modi material, Ashkenazi, Sephardic, and then I'm up there just talking about Grindr. But I said to him, like, you know, she was so beautiful, and he's definitely a drop better looking like than what he would, and she was so happy, and that I gave her the attention. And I said, like, I said, all of Leo's followers, Leo has how many followers you have now? 12,000, 10,000, 12,000, and they all look like her. Everyone.
Every time, this is what happens. Modi says my name on stage, and then immediately after the show ends, my phone goes bloop, 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 and it's all Rivka's, Khani's, Sarah's following me. They're all like, who's this Leo kid? And then that's how I have 12,000
So, of course-
followers. I don't even post.
So I said to her, she's so beautiful. I just gave her so much attention. At the end of the show, the husband goes, thank you so much.
Oh.
Just thank you so much for just making her happy. He was just so happy she was happy. And they were laughing at all the gay jokes. And
That's
it
really
was just really fun. And it's really going to be an amazing, amazing hour. It's going to be, the new hour is going to be amazing. And it's
really
exciting just to
fun.
put it up and just see it and just like, wow, and riff on different stuff while I'm up there. And it's like the Comedy Cellar is really it's just the most special place in the world. It's just the most special place in the world.
It really is.
Yeah, comedy-wise. Okay. You guys have those questions I see.
Wait,
Love.
and then also, so I bumped into you guys and I was freaking out because we just had this very interesting guest and you were making fun of me because what did you say? You said people come up to you and they're like, we just had.
Well, Periel, you see her around the Comedy Cellar because they do the podcast with the Comedy Cellar in this above the club, and Norm is very political, and he loves to have anything political on the podcast, and it's like the opposite of I don't know who anybody that you're talking about is. We just had this amazing guest, Jonathan Klagerman. Oh, he's amazing, and he wrote this book, and he was on CNN, and he was on MSNBC, and I have no idea who you're talking about, Jonathan Dribbeman and I have no idea what you're talking. But Periel, I just see her after my show ended and you came down from the podcast and you look like you just had an orgasm. We just had the best podcast with Stephen Klagerstein. I'm like, who the hell is that? And she was like, he don't know who she is, and he wrote about this, and he was the one that talked to the senator about that. I'm like, I don't know who you are talking about.
I would like to say that I was talking about Einat Wilf, who is the modern day Golda Meir.
Okay.
That's it. So everybody should know who she is.
I'm sure I should.
Well,
but
I don't
can't.
know. You would love her. The only reason that you should is because you would like her. But anyway,
I'm
I
sure
met
I
the
would.
queen and I was very excited about it.
That's
all.
great. I am the queen, so I'm excited about me. Okay.
My whole family's coming to see you in Munich.
Your family in Munich?
Yeah.
What? They couldn't get out since World War II? They're still there? They're still there? Are they in hiding? Are they going to come out for the show?
They are in hiding. They're coming out of hiding to come
to see me?
Yeah. And my uncle's coming too, and he's a survivor.
There's nothing better than when I do those shows in Munich and Berlin and Düsseldorf when you speak to the audience and find out how they ended up back in Germany. Those stories are the most amazing stories. It's like
amazing.
After the war, this happened, and we went there, and we came back, and there was that. It's really, I love those stories. The meet and greets in Europe are amazing. And we have the shows coming up, ModiLife.com for Warsaw, Manchester, Munich, Frankfurt, Geneva. Watches, Geneva and Antwerp. Yeah, so tell your family to come out of hiding and see me.
And also thank you to our sponsors.
Doing that now?
We might as well.
We might as well. We want to thank A&H Provisions. The Glock kosher food that is so amazing. Even Goyim go and buy it because they know it's so good. Best hot dogs in the world. KosherDogs.net. Seth, amazing friend and a collaborator in the podcast. Get your kosher meats there. And Whites in Luxembourg. The law firm that not only does well, they do good. Super philanthropic and friends of the podcast. Arthur Luxembourg's been on the podcast a few times. He's always a hit and people love him. And they're our friends and collaborators, and they help us with the podcast, and we thank them both very much.
And if I want a discount on A&H, is there
if you want a discount on anything from A&H for your first purchase, Modi, promo code Modi, M-O-D-I, and you get 30% off your first order. Yeah. All right. Questions we have.
Is that what you want to do?
Unless you have something that you wanted to talk to us about.
It's your podcast.
It's my podcast? Mm-hmm. I don't know. You're on it all the time, so it's kind of our podcast.
Okay.
So why don't you tell me what you want to talk about?
Take it away.
I love these questions.
You love these questions?
Yeah.
So these are the questions that I can't get Guy to ever do with me. So I figured I would take them to my other husbands.
That's what you have gay friends for. Right. So the things you can't do with your husband, that's what your gay friends are for. Right. It's completely true. I've been talking about that. That's the part of the next hour, how you can judge a woman by the gaze that she keeps.
Right.
And if you need to have a moment where you're going through these type of like spiritual cards or whatever these are, and your husband's like, no, I'm not doing that with you, you can go to your gay friends.
It's not, no, I'm not doing that with you. It's, I'm watching a soccer game.
Oh, God forbid.
And I'm going to like give you like a one-word answer because your head could blow off right now. But as long as this soccer game is going well, all is well in the world. Will you go first? Did you find any in there?
Why do I put first? How has your outlook on life changed in the past 2 years?
Wow. Who's going first on that?
You.
Me?
I'm asking you.
You're asking me, how's my
Yes.
outlook? How does my outlook on life change in the past 2 years? Well, since doing all of those shows, the Beacon shows, the Palladium shows, the shows in Florida and everywhere, the big shows have given me like inspiration to go for more of those. In that aspect. In spiritual aspect, I don't know, I really think that Mashiach energy is like, we're getting closer to where, even though it looks like we're going backwards in time, I think we're going forward
Really?
in time. Yeah, really. You asked me, the past 2 years have shown me that even though we're like in these dark times, we're about to hit big good times.
God willing.
I gave you an honest answer.
Period.
Yeah, I gave you an honest answer.
What about you?
What about you? How's your life changed in the past 2 years?
I think I've become more like content with what I have
You've been content?
and like less caring about what other people think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've reached some goals that you had set in your life in the
Yeah.
past 2 years, which makes you happy.
I kind of stopped putting any weight on anyone's opinion who has never done anything creative or taken any sort of creative risk in their life ever. Like these people who like write mean comments on Instagram or send messages, like they've never done anything creatively risky or just like emotionally risky in their lives. So when they see you and me like talking on a podcast or you on stage doing jokes, they can't wrap their heads around it. And that was like a big revelation for me.
Good. And you, past 2 years.
That you do what you love to do. And I mean, I think a little bit off of what Leo said, that like all the other stuff is just noise.
Yeah, but what brought you to that? What in the past 2 years made you think that?
I think October 7th really was like a moment of like cracking wide open and understanding that like we each have something that we can contribute, and I have something that I love and I'm really good at, and it doesn't really matter like whether or not that fits in like a certain category or box, and I don't really care. I mean, I've never really cared that much about what anybody else thinks, but that to follow your path, like your path becomes very clear when you let the noise die down in the background.
I like that. Okay, good.
It's nice.
This is a moment of, and here's Modi behind our heads, what's happening. Again, this podcast is for those who just need to
You don't have to preface it with that.
I always do. I always do.
What adventures would you like to have before you die? And kind of the same thing is, where would you like to travel? So I'll tell you like the top ones that come to my head. One is still the Maldives, even though they're anti-Semitic.
What are you looking for over there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see all the pictures and I want to go. Those beaches look so nice. And then also I want to do Japan.
Oh.
I want to do like a culinary tour of Japan. It's like my
Yes.
favorite food.
Yes.
But then everything else, I feel like I don't know if I have any like pressing needs to go anywhere that I haven't been yet. Where you don't want to go anywhere there's not a microphone and a check. What about you?
A microphone and a check, and I am there. Maldives better have a stage. Everything's looking like it's floating on waiting for one big tsunami to flush them all out.
Tsunami.
A tsunami. Yeah. I'm not. No, I don't need the Maldives.
I'm with you for Japan.
Yeah, I have a friend there right now, and they've been there for like a while. Their Instagram stories are giving me FOMO.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get FOMO. But
Okay.
Thailand too. I would like to go back to Thailand.
you're gonna live in Taiwan.
And Thailand. Okay, Thailand. Good. I'm so happy you're a traveler.
Thailand.
Those of you who don't watch,
It's such an Israeli thing to go to Thailand.
I lived in Thailand for a year. I lived in Bangkok for a
Oh my
year.
God, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really,
Did I know that?
I don't know. It was incredible. It's such a cool place. And also I have a little kid, so it's really fun to take him around the world because, you know, one day he'll leave me for some awful bitch and I'll never see him
That's for
again.
sure.
Oh my God, don't say those. Don't say those words.
I'm just,
Don't you? If you learned one thing from this podcast, your words create
I'm
everything.
just kidding.
If
We're
you
about
could
that-
design
yeah.
the perfect house for us, what would it look like?
Our house. Our house.
You guys are living in
Living
it.
in it. We love Baruch Hashem. We found the house. We're all set.
Can you come design my house now?
No, we don't need it. No. We are no. We do not. We are
As we
not.
speak, there's someone taking a sledgehammer to
The sledgehammer's already gone. It's already. They've done the
the
demolition.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah, the
you
bathrooms are gone.
started it.
Yeah, we started it.
Yep.
Because we're gonna be gone all next month, so they have the whole month to finish. Like they had the end of April and all of May, so hopefully by June and summer the house will be ready.
Yes.
We're putting a steam room in,
Yes.
So
2-foot wide bench, 2x7. How long?
No, it's 2x7. It's 6x8 with a bench that's 2 feet, so you can lay down. That's like
I'm never gonna get Modi out of there.
no. It's so
I'm just
good.
trying to get a toilet installed.
Well, you said you had someone reach out that with the
I
plumber.
did. That was so sweet. I got this nicest message. I don't know who found me or how, but I got the nicest message that somebody had heard that I
They're
was
gonna come
looking
help
for
you.
a plumber. I'm all set because my plumber, as it turned out, didn't die. Thank God.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
Hashem.
And that was, I really appreciated it. That was very sweet. He said, "Hi, just want to let you know we have a Jewish Israeli
What's the
plumber."
timeline then for your house project?
I
Is he-
don't know, Leo.
So you need an answer.
Yeah.
You need to go to this ailing plumber and be like, "What's your diagnosis?"
He's like on a ventilator.
Okay, so
That's not
you
good.
need to transition the project.
No, he's
to
not.
other-
He's okay. God, really. I think it's going to be okay. I think we're going to be in there. by the summer.
We would be freaking out.
I would. This. I
No,
don't wanna-
what you guys would do is you would pay somebody.
We would just throw
to
money at the problem.
Do it, and
Yeah.
I'm not doing that because I can't. I mean, it's like an insane amount of money.
But it's your health and your time. What's your time value? That's the shape of. By the way, I don't feel bad talking about this because I just heard that Jim Norton and David Tell did a podcast together and spoke about nothing besides interior decorating. Just so you know, so I don't feel bad that this is the conversation we're having.
You should.
But I have in my life to this point, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects, 5 reconstruction, not reconstruction. What do you call it? Renovations, and I'm not looking to ever do it like where I'm in full control of everything.
Now, the workflow so far with our contractor has been so chic.
Baruch Hashem.
Listen, listen. I feel like this is a very relatable subject.
Yep.
Like everybody at some point is dealing with this nightmare. If you can pay a general contractor to deal with everything, God bless you. Really, I'm the general contractor. Like you're looking at her, and it was like 50% more money to hire somebody to do that. And my Israeli husband was like, "You're hired, Periel."
Okay.
I know, but like, what do you know about house contracts?
Nothing. That's why it's taking 17 years.
So it's like you're gonna pay that for your time and not being in the house. Like, I don't understand that logic.
Well, neither do
Because
I, but I'm
you're gonna have
married to it.
Learn on the job. Meanwhile,
Yeah, the other renovations I've done I just did not. I don't have the bandwidth and we don't have the time.
first year we were together was a gut renovation of the apartment.
Yeah,
Right.
you dealt with that though, right?
I watched you deal with every single detail to the point where I was like, you work at night. That's why you're able to do this. How do normal people do this?
Right.
Like
Same though.
Same. Yeah. So
you
back.
were hovering over each
But
Right.
it's horrible too. They're
person,
like,
each vendor.
What kind of faucet handles, knobs do you want? I'm like, I don't know. Just put it in the kitchen.
No. So our situation is this: everything is packaged include. There's a price. Here's your price that you asked for. Everything's included. So I'm not going to any tile store. I'm not going to any.
But you're not picking?
We told him what we want.
He sent
black.
a spreadsheet, option A, option B for each thing, and I just clicked. Which one.
I went behind Leo and his iPad, and there were 2 faucets. We want everything black faucet-wise, and we're just looking. I said, that one. He highlight, sent it back. Done. Done.
Yeah, I said send me like
Tile.
2 or 3 options for each thing that you need from me.
Done.
So I put those together and I present them to Guy, and I'm like,
He doesn't get decision-making power.
That's your first problem.
Yeah.
excuse me.
You don't ask
Excuse
his
me.
opinion.
Yeah.
If
He
he's
gets
not,
fake decision-making power.
you let him think he has.
He'd rather be left alone. He'd rather be left
No,
alone.
he wants to feel like he has an opinion.
You're
but
kidding.
I do a selection of what the 2 possible options are.
You're
And then I get to pretend that, or he gets to think that he's actually weighing in. And everybody's happy.
Okay, whatever works for you. I wish you we all really wish you the best. And
I'll be sleeping in your steam room this
no,
summer.
no, we when Leo moved back to New York to move in with me full time, we were in the middle of a renovation, and it seemed like it had no end.
Yeah.
And we moved back into the apartment.
Remember we
and
lived in that studio?
when he came back, I took a studio in the building.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved back into like a studio where I should have just kept for half a year and been like, that was it. But then we're like, oh, they're almost done. They might be finishing up. So, and just then our friend was gone for 2 weeks. So we moved, everything was all of our stuff was in plastic containers. And we moved into our friend's house and it's like in their guest room, put all our containers, and we lived out of the containers. And it still wasn't done. We moved into another friend who was just leaving for 2 weeks. And we went to their place and wow. And then we just
We
said,
were apartment hopping.
and then we just said we're moving into the apartment while there was still construction going on. And anyway, I was there all day long. Because when somebody has to be in charge of, like, when they're putting in wires, you have to take a picture of everything so that you know where everything was and everything is. So when something's cut, like one of the cable things didn't work, and I knew where the wires were. They didn't know. I said, you ran them down here, through here, over the shower, into the bedroom. And so we figured that the guy that did the tiling snipped it, and they had to go inside and reconnected. But I had pictures because I was on top of everything. I was living in the
You were
apartment.
super on top of it. I don't know how you did it. It was crazy.
And then at night, going to work. I wasn't traveling that much. So I was around in the New York area, but it is so
I'm going to start
difficult.
flipping houses after this. I do have a question for
I will
you.
tell you one thing. Take pictures of everything that's happening.
Well, it's too late for that. Also, my kitchen floor is in my backyard. What is your position on marble?
Depending what kind of marble.
Like real versus engineered for a kitchen counter, like the slabs.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons here for both of these.
So I will teach you this. If you're going to get Carrara marble, just don't get marble because it's just like cheap. I just don't want it's just cheap looking.
Okay.
If you go any grade above, obviously the highest grade is
Not obvious.
Calcutta Gold.
Okay.
This is the one that we have.
We have I forgot the name of it, but
Isn't
it's
it
like
Calcutta something.
no, it's
I remember when we picked that slab at the stone place.
yeah. We drove out to the middle of New Jersey, and Leo put a hard hat on and drove the little thing. We have cute pictures. We have cute pictures.
Yeah, I was in this like warehouse, and there was a forklift, and I was like, that one.
Yep.
I did that. There's one in the city but I've understood. You guys don't really cook though.
No.
Like
No,
if
but it's
you
a
get
look.
like Yuffie, you get a real piece of marble, you put a wine spills on it.
Yeah, we get
It's-
wine spills on and tomato
So,
sauce and
You can have it polished or not polished.
yeah.
If you have it not polished, you can, whenever you want, repolish it again. But you're never going to do it. By the way, marble also looks good when it's worn in.
Yeah, ours
Don't-
is like starting to wear in now because it's like 10 years old.
Yeah, it's nice.
So
It's like,
I should not. I don't like the engineered marble. I think
No,
it looks cheap and disgusting.
if you're doing marble, you do marble. If you're doing engineer, go for crisp
Concrete.
color. crisp
What
color.
about concrete?
That's
I like
the
those.
only one that I really like is the concrete.
The most expensive.
Great.
Concrete is the most expensive.
I've
It's an amazing chic look, but it's super expensive.
And it's hard to pour because it has to be all flat.
Yeah, it does. It's a hard, but it's a beautiful look, and but also just a clear white engineered thing is.
Do you know what look I
unique.
also like for the kitchens that like seems to be kind of like timeless, even though you wouldn't think so? Those stainless steel cabinets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love them.
those.
I love those kitchens.
They are a fortune.
Yeah.
I
feel like
priced
they'll
those out. They were like 5 times as much.
All right.
But I feel like kitchen cabinets are those things that can look very dated very quickly.
Yes.
Like remember when everyone in like the 2010s had those like brown Tuscany cabinets with the granite countertops. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. That's
Like that
when you
look-
moved in. That's what my kitchen looked like. Yeah.
But like, I don't know, the stainless steel ones, because I've seen like old built like listings when Lucas and our friends were looking for apartments and he would send me listings. The ones that like the building was older and the bathrooms were older, whatever, but they had this stainless steel kitchen. I was like, well, you don't need to do the kitchen. The kitchen is fine.
And these are gay men's kitchens we're talking about. So the kitchen was the size of a galley on an airplane, like where the stewardess is pulled. It's like the kitchen's the size of this table. Has like a little hot plate, but beautiful and gorgeous. But it was like small little kitchens. But one thing about kitchen cabinets, you might not need to change them. You can get a color and just really change it. And handles, change the handles, and it's like
That's what we did in Connecticut.
It was
They're gone. There's nothing in, like, there are no kitchen cabinets. It's all being done new.
so yeah.
Okay, so we've landed on marble, not engineered.
Yeah, don't do engineer.
Don't do engineer.
Do it. Go big or go home.
If you go marble, go marble. If you go engineer, go engineer.
That's not an answer.
Yeah, that's not what she asked.
Do not do engineered marble.
There you go.
That's it. Do not do engineer marble. If you're gonna go marble above Carrara, any grade above is okay, and make sure it's like it fits nice and the patterns are good, and always make sure you have a 2-inch lip, so it's 2 inches that you have that's surrounding it.
Okay.
And whatever piece you have flowing over, so you do like it's called a flow.
Waterfall.
A waterfall.
I'm doing.
Changes everything.
Okay, I will be clipping this out and sending it to.
Yeah. We had an amazing Mashiach energy moment when we did that in our house because the guy made a mistake. And in order to make up for it, he took the last piece that was left and did the waterfall.
Which looks really good.
Which it changes the whole kitchen.
I would like to see a picture.
Are you using ChatGPT for any of this?
Oh my God.
I sent a picture of our backyard to our contractor and I was like, I want to put up bistro lights. And so I took a picture that I had and I put it into ChatGPT and I was like, can you put this with outdoor like string lights? And they sent like a perfect rendering of the picture. I just texted it to our contractor and I was like,
Stop.
do this. And he was like, got it.
Are you serious?
It was amazing.
Bistro lights.
You know those like string lights with like the Edison bulbs that you string outside like on a cafe? I want them like over the patio that we put in.
All right, listen.
Yeah, but there was no need for an interior designer.
No.
Those jobs are going to be that blew my mind away. Like you really don't need like an interior designer. If you just had, someone showed me someone took a bunch of pictures, put them on the floor, took a picture of it and told ChatGPT to make a gallery wall.
Yeah.
And it was stunning.
Wow.
Who needs an interior designer now? Like it's crazy.
That is a very useful piece of advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
One more question.
Go for it.
Vanities, bathroom vanities.
Oh, you have feelings about this?
Yes.
Floating?
Yes.
It makes it feel bigger.
Makes it feel very big, yeah. Also, I don't know what your bathrooms look like if you have cabinets, but we don't do medicine cabinets. I want a mirror as big as you can.
A mirror.
A mirror?
A mirror?
If you can get a mirror.
How do you say mirror?
The biggest mirror you can get.
Mirror. A mirror.
That's not what you said in 2 seconds.
Mirror.
Mirror. Yeah. A mirror.
A mirror.
A mirror.
A mirror.
Just want a giant mirror.
Just want a big giant mirror over the whole van with the whole wall in front of you. That's all you want.
Why can't don't you get a medicine cabinet that's also
Because
a
then
mirror?
it like comes out of the wall too much, and then
Yeah, no. You can get amazing, expensive ones that come in, and the one we have in ours is in the guest bathroom is beautiful. It's beveled mirror. It's beveled and beautiful, and inside's a mirror. Make sure you're inside of
Yes,
your medicine
yes.
cabinet. It shouldn't be white and looks like from the hospital. But if you have room other places in the bathroom, there's like a little closet, then just do a full mirror on the whole thing. It's just opens your bathroom up so nice.
Well,
but definitely floating.
Definitely floating
Yeah. It's
in
just,
all of the bathrooms.
I like to keep synchronicity throughout the bathrooms.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on
Thanks
this
for coming up on this episode of what's that show?
home improvement.
Yeah, Home Improvement.
So there is something to that then, right? Like
What?
that
let me
you
see your cards.
you want, I have some good ones. You want to keep a consistency throughout the bathrooms, even though there's not like it's like you're going from one bathroom to the next and comparing. You want some narrative through line.
That's my feeling.
I think so too, Leo.
Other people feel each bathroom is an art project of their own, and they have the zebra wallpaper, and they have whatever you want. Make it like calm.
Yeah.
Make it calm. Where was I the other day? I was in someone's bathroom, guest bathroom. No, because just there's a toilet.
Yeah.
But the whole room was mirrors. The whole room is mirrors.
No good.
And it was over designed. It was expensive, and it was like the sink was this thing, and I was in there, and like I was going, I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, ew. I just turned the lights off.
Right.
I don't want to.
Nobody wants to look at themselves when they're
I was like,
going to the
why would they do this? I just turned the lights off and just finished what I had to do and got out. Ow.
True though, it's upsetting. That's not a good
it's not a good like a design move. But anyway, some people see the everything is an art project. Anyway, okay. We have time for one more question?
We do.
Yes.
You took them.
I don't have them anymore. I can put them.
You
back.
don't want them?
No. They're like shedding.
They're shedding that
Your cards are shedding. You bought bad cards.
They're like the paper is shedding
because they won't come out of the box. What I feel like there was this is funny. Who in your
garage. Your garage. What's your garage situation?
It's non-existent.
There's no garage?
I have no garage.
Build one. How do you not have a garage?
Guy in it?
No, how do you not have a garage?
It didn't come with a garage. There's no garage. It's a mid-century modern house that was built in 1948. It's a ranch house. It is beautiful architecturally, but the whole interior needed to be gutted. It's an old house. So it has like these really incredible bones and these like insanely high ceilings, but it's on a concrete slab. There's no basement and there's no garage.
Wow.
So it'll creak in the backyard. I started
You're
trying
getting
to put
nice, healthy mosquitoes. We're spraying. We're going to spray.
We're going to kill everyone.
They're like, should we spray? Some people are like, oh my God, no, it's dangerous. I don't give, if there's no
kill
mosquitoes,
everything.
pour Agent Orange. Pour Agent Orange on the backyard. I don't care. I don't want one mosquito coming near us.
Kill everyone.
Everything.
I had a good one and now I can't find it.
Then we don't-
well,
No, there was one that I thought Leo would really like. Oh my God, this isn't it. If you could design the perfect house for us, what would it look like?
that's what I just.
funny.
Yeah,
That's what we just read. That was what we just read. All right.
can you stop?
Oh, this is one that I thought was interesting. Even though, okay, if you could live another person's life, I think dead or alive, I'm putting in that caveat, who would you choose and why?
If I could live another person's life,
I don't want to live another person's life.
Neither do I, but like it's
Ew.
Elvis Presley.
I don't want to die on the toilet. What do you want from me? Yeah, do you have to have their death too?
It's not live their life. It's not live
for
their
a
life.
day, for one day.
Oh, no.
for a day.
No, for a day? Yeah. It would be like a good day of Elvis Presley. It wouldn't be like a bad day.
No, obviously.
It would be, yeah.
I just added for a day just so I could get you guys to answer.
I would live one of my previous lives over again.
Ooh, when
And
are you
then-
going to take me to get past life regression?
Yeah, I would live one of my past lives and get it better so I wouldn't have to come back again, which is the goal. The goal is not to come back.
I don't plan on coming back.
I plan on doing everything, getting it
we're
done
done.
now.
This is it.
This is it. We are
We're on the final
Entrepreneur.
incarnation.
This is it. We are going
I can tell.
slaying it.
Yeah.
We are going to slay this carnation
Yeah.
and not have to come back. I don't ever want to come back. I don't want to ever take the SATs again. I don't want to ever sit in a class with a syllabus. I don't want to ever have to go for hair transplants again. I don't want Botox anymore. I want to get this life down right,
I still want Botox.
kill it, and be not having to
In
come
this
back.
life and the next. On that
Exactly.
note.
On that note, get this life right. Nah, enough with your verschnickene questions.
No, I have two more really fun ones.
No.
Okay.
Let's see if they're good and we'll start the next episode.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ladies
okay.
and gentlemen of all continents, we are coming to Europe.
All continents.
Of continents.
All continents and creeds.
All continents, creeds, and places where people need to laugh, which is everywhere. We're coming to Europe. Everything, of course, as you know, is available on modilive.com, but we have shows in Warsaw, Poland. When you think of Warsaw, Poland, what goes into your head? Whatever it is, forget it. Think of comedy. Comedy, Mashiach Energy Comedy is coming to Warsaw, Poland on May 14th. Yep. And then we're going to Manchester the 15th of May. And that's going to be an amazing show. Anybody in the England area, get yourself over there. And then we are in Munich and Frankfurt, amazing markets. Come out of hiding and come see us. And then we are in Geneva, which is our first time there. We would love to see all of the Swiss people.
But we've been to Switzerland before, right?
Yeah, but we never did Geneva.
Where did we go?
We were in Zurich.
Oh.
Zurich, which was an amazing show too.
Yeah.
That was a real Mashiach Energy show. And then, but Geneva is going to be amazing, and I'm going to be dragging Leo to see watches. And then oh boy, and then we are going to be in Antwerp. Well, I can buy you a diamond if you want. And so those are shows that if you have friends there, let them know that, hey, I don't know if you know, Modi's coming to near you. Let them know so they can be the friends that bring the friends to the comedy show. Get some tickets. Never but just buy 2 tickets for a comedy show. And everything's on modilive.com. There's also a summer series, a laugh-away camp. And look at those shows. They're near you. They're in places you can't even imagine. Oklahoma, and in
Sure, not Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. No,
No,
where are the show?
not Oklahoma. Kansas City,
Missouri, Kansas City.
Omaha, Nebraska.
For someone who's Omaha, Nebraska.
You said Oklahoma.
Oklahoma and Omaha for someone who's
That's not
dyslexic
the
is
same
the
thing.
same thing.
On that note,
On that note, we'll see you at those shows. And thank you very, very much for listening. We love you. Say hi on the DMs. We always get back to you.
Bye.
Bye.